Hello, fellow gamers, and welcome to the Video Gamers Podcast. Today, we're talking about a massive day for indies, with Hades 2 and Sworn both hitting full release, plus the rise of indies in the Game of the Year conversation, with contenders like Expedition 33, Silksong, Blueprints, and Split Fiction. I am your host, Ace, and joining me, he's my old school veteran Hades 2 to my new school Sworn. It's Josh.
I caught the old joke there, Ace. But at the same time, you know what, man? Some us OG gamers, you ain't got nothing on us, man. You know.
I mean, that remains to be seen, Mr. Nintendo Year One exclusive.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
But welcome in, everyone. As usual, indies have just as much news as everyone else. Surprise! But we're starting off with the. I made a joke about this last time we talked about Sworn. But Hades 2 and Sworn have chosen the same day to exit early access and enter full release.
Who's mad about it? Okay, so if you're Sworn, you're upset by this because Sworn is
you have to be.
All right. Here, listen. This was absolutely intentional by Hades 2. I mean, Hades 2's been in early access for a year now. Right?
At least, yeah.
The fact that they announced their release date, which happened after Sworn announced their release date.
We already knew Sworn's release date.
But at the same time, like, number one, that's mean. That's mean, Hades.
Yeah.
Okay. But at the same time, it's like, are you a little scared? Like, are you a little scared by Sworn that you would try to like release on the same day? Because
you would
like
try to bury Sworn?
Maybe. But on the flip side, it's like, bro, Sworn obviously copied Hades. Like, I mean, obviously copied Hades, right? So it's kind of like the other side of this is like, oh, you want to just rip our game off? Like, rip off like Hades because it's one of the greatest like roguelike games of all time that everybody in the world loved. Oh, you're gonna copy us? Okay, cool. We're going to release the same day your game's releasing. It's like, I do feel like it's kind of a little like tit for tat on that, where it's like, I can't fault them for this either, but.
Yeah, they've kind of got you. Like it's checkmate at this point.
Which one of these are you more excited about, Ace?
I'm more excited about Sworn. Hades 2 has never looked that interesting to me, but part of that was just I liked Zagreus and I liked the more red color scheme over the green, but that's just personal preference.
Yeah.
But also, Hades 2 is while releasing in full access on PC, because if it didn't, that'd be crazy.
Right.
It's still got like year one exclusivity with the Switch.
For consoles. If you have an Xbox or a PlayStation, you ain't playing Hades 2 anytime soon.
Like, who made that decision? Like, that was dumb.
I mean, that's releasing on PC, so...
Yeah, well, guess where Sworn's coming out? Everywhere.
Yeah, well, there you go. I mean, and that might actually be the difference maker there. So for people that don't know, because we've talked about Sworn before, Sworn is a ripoff of Hades, man. Like, there's just no denying this. The art style looks very similar. Like, they did not hide it at all that like, hey, we're a Hades clone. The two things they did different are it is the mythology on this is Camelot, so King Arthur.
Yep, Arthurian.
Right, which I like. I'm down with that. I don't love that nearly as much as I love Greek mythology, so like Edge to Hades for me still on that one, but I still love mythology of all kinds, so it's like, okay, they're both there. However, Sworn has one glaring difference to me, and that is that it is multiplayer. Yep. And Hades 2 is not. And so it's like, while I get that Hades 2 is the bigger name, bro, playing Sworn with friends might be the deciding factor for me.
It could give it the edge, honestly. And I would like to return to this once we have played both Hades 2 and Sworn to see which one actually deserved to come out on top on release day.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, the world's going to say Hades 2, right? Like, how do you compete with that?
Yeah, everyone's going to say Hades 2.
How do you compete with that? But multiplayer, I mean, Hades 2 is not doing that, and I'll be honest.
No.
I mentioned this a long time ago when Hades 2 very first announced their early access, and I kind of went, I'm not really hearing a lot of hype behind this.
Not much of anything.
And I feel like
honestly.
if Hades 2 was this just, the most amazing sequel to Hades that we've ever seen, wouldn't you hear more about it? Like, Hades and Hollow Knight back in the day were almost like on the same level of like hype meters. To where it's like, bro, and I'd even say more people have probably heard of Hades than Hollow Knight during the heyday, right? Like during the initial release of Hades and everybody that was playing it.
I would give it over. I would give it to Hades.
Right. As far as just popularity, we're not saying which one's the better game, but just easily recognizable name. And now it's like, bro, Hades 2? I don't see posts about people super hyped for it. I don't see glowing reviews from people about it. There is no hype meter for Hades 2. Now, that's not to say that there's a hype meter for Sworn either, but it's like something just feels off to me about Hades 2.
Yeah, something is just not clicking with Hades 2 to the point where it's like, I don't hear a lot of people say, I'm super looking forward to the full release. I don't hear a lot of people who played the early access say it's like, there's that much different that really warrants a sequel.
Yeah.
I don't really know what you can do to make Hades
better
than it was.
Honestly, and again, I have not played I have not played a single second of Hades 2 because I want to play the full release. So I said I'm not going to play the early access. I'm interested enough in this game that I'm not going to play it at all. So understand this is complete ignorance on my part. But I feel like you needed to slightly, I don't want to say revolutionize, but you needed to do something with your combat system to make it feel like a unique thing. And I get that they have a different main character now. And is it not Greek mythology still? Isn't it a slightly...
It's still Greek mythology.
Is it still Greek mythology?
It's Kronos this time instead of
Kronos would be...
Hades.
Wouldn't that be Roman mythology? Because you know how
there's
like Zeus...
There's a Kronos in Greek mythology as well.
Is there? Okay. Because it's like, you know how there's like Zeus, but then it's Jupiter? Like it's like they had the planets instead of the like Zeus and stuff like that. Like there was Hera was Venus instead of Jupiter. And I thought that was Roman versus Greek mythology or something like that. But I don't know. I want to play both, to be honest with you. I'm kind of with you, but I think I'm actually more curious about Sworn than I am about Hades 2, if that says something.
Sworn has a lot more of that intrigue with being a new IP and something we haven't seen before.
I mean, we've seen this
even
before.
though it is technically just ripping off Hades, so we have seen Hades before.
Yeah, so it's like, okay.
But that multiplayer aspect grabs a lot of people. It drags a lot of people in.
It does grab me. And dude, I'll tell you the one thing, and I have no idea, because again, I know Sworn was in early access for a little while, not nearly as long as Hades 2, but bro,
not nearly as long.
One thing, listen, here's the deal. Developers, take heed. If you're going to give a multiplayer game like Sworn or Hades 2, which isn't multiplayer, but if you were going to make it multiplayer, the one thing you need to do is add combos to where I can team up with Ace and the two of us together can actually make something happen. If this is just the game, but my friends are on the screen, but there's no multiplayer interactivity otherwise, you know what I mean? Like, okay, like it's cool that we can still experience it together, but you have to lean in just a touch, be like, hey man, we're a multiplayer game. We're going to make it where you guys can combo something to really do something cool. And I'm in. It doesn't take much, but that's what you need to do.
Some vicious combos in Abyssus.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, absolutely. And that's why Abyssus is so great. And it works well because they thought of that. So I'm very curious about this. I hope that we play them both. But like I said, if I had to edge one out, I'm actually more curious about Sworn. I think Sworn has the higher chance for failure to not meet expectations as well. Like Hades 2, what you're going to get. It's going to be polished. It's going to be good. I don't know that it's going to match the level of Hades. That's the concern there. But I feel like Sworn is more of that, like, what's this actually going to wind up being like?
Yeah, I think you're right on the money with that. And I'm definitely leaning more towards Sworn as well, just for the multiplayer aspect alone and for the fact I already own it. So
yeah, there you go. That helps too.
that helps. That kind of helps a little bit. But moving on, we are creeping ever closer to the Game of the Year, awards. We're almost at the end of it.
It's an easy pick for me, Ace.
I know it's easy for you, but I just want to point out how many indies are in contention right now. Like, how many people are
now you're
when
talking
they talk about
overall
game of the year?
not just the indie category.
Yes. This is what I'm hearing in spaces. Like, people are saying these are their nominations, what they think are the best games this year. Of course, you're hearing Expedition 33. You're hearing Silksong. Some people are still raving about Blueprints. Absolutely. They love Blueprints.
I know
they
they
think
do.
it's one of the best games they've ever played. And then we also went ahead and threw in Split Fiction in there. Because it'll absolutely get a nomination.
This is a 2-horse race. It's this is, in my opinion, it's a 2-horse race. Mad credit to Split Fiction. You're one of the funnest games that I've played this year. I absolutely loved my time with Split Fiction. You will never win Game of the Year. Like, not up against, and that's not shade to Split Fiction. It's not.
No. It takes two. It'll come back.
Bro, there was nothing else that year. There was nothing else that year. We have stuff this year. And that's why, again, no shade to Split Fiction. I loved playing Split Fiction. But, bro, when you're going up against Silksong and Expedition 33, it's like, you're just glad you got nominated. You're just glad you got nominated. We got nominated. That's great. Maybe they'll win an award for something, at that point. But to me, this is absolutely a 2-horse race. I will say, if we're talking overall Game of the Year, like not just indies, I think there are some other games that belong in that conversation.
Game of the Year.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is still up there for me. I mean, there's some others, but I love the fact that we are seeing so many good indies that are in just the overall Game of the Year contention.
Yeah.
Not like indie Game of the Year, it's like, okay, well, that's cool too, but like just overall. And to me, Expedition 33, I cannot like support that game enough, dude, for just overall Game of the Year. Like, and that's not shade to the other games. It's just and I hear this from so many people, Ace, and I know that it didn't quite grab you quite the same. Expedition 30. Did you even beat Expedition 33 yet?
No, I got like halfway through.
I know you played it a bunch.
I had to play. So I was like, well, I got to play this now.
Yeah. And that's the problem with the podcast. But I did beat it. And I'm telling you, like, and Ryan's the same way. He was like, bro, it's I can recognize it's an awesome game. He's like, it's not my favorite game ever. But for the people that got grabbed by Expedition 33, there are a few games that hit like that game did, dude. And that counts for something. I
mean, people are still talking about it. We're almost done with, the year, and people are still playing through it. I still see like, reels on TikTok and things like that. I'm like, okay. So Expedition 33 still has a huge audience.
It's just got the memorability?
Memorability is a word.
It's just super memorable.
Call it memorabilia?
I know, I just made up a word there. I was like, it's got the memorability, Ace. It's got that memorability factor. But it does. And again, we're right in. I mean, Silksong is still fresh on our plates. We're still playing Silksong, but it is like,
I've never seen the industry more upset with a release as I have with Silksong.
I mean, that's not their problem, bro. Get good. That's honestly like, and I hate this. I hate it, but bro, just get good. Get good. You cannot fault another game for releasing. And I get it.
Like, especially one that had 7 years of development.
I get it. And they're mad because it's like, bro, you're like the biggest name in gaming. And it's like, I get it. And you're like, we're just little indie devs struggling to get to get people to notice us. And I get it. But it's like, you can't get mad at Silksong for this, dude. They had to release at some point. They're not going to look at every game out there that's releasing ever, because then there would never be a release date. It's like, oh, well, this game's releasing then and that game's releasing then, and we don't want to hurt anybody's revenue and feelings. And so it's like, oh, we just never get to release, So it's like, I understand that there probably are financial ramifications for when they released, but you do what everybody else did and you go, all right, well, we're going to delay the release of our game, people, because we don't want to go up against Silksong. And if you're not willing to do that, then you go up against Silksong. Like, that's just plain and simple, but you can't get mad at them for it, dude. Like, that's just dumb.
Yeah, you can't really be mad at Team Cherry for putting out a game they promised 7 years ago.
Right. It's done when it's done. That's what they have always said since the very beginning. It's done when it's done. And guess what? They went, we're done. It's ready, people.
We're done. Here's the game.
Why would we wait 6 months to release it if it's ready to go? Like, I hate this argument about like, oh, well, you really hurt our game. And it's like, that's just the business you're in, man. This wasn't, wasn't malicious. It's not like, it's okay. Like, imagine if you had like 2 roguelike games, right? And you were like the premier roguelike game. and then you found out that there's a clone of your game out there, and you were like,
Oh,
okay,
man.
well, we're going to release on the exact same day as the other game that cloned us. Like, that would be a little malicious, right? Like, I could understand that.
Yeah. In this hypothetical world.
In this hypothetical situation, like, I can at least go, like, there was probably a touch of maliciousness there, you know?
Yeah.
Silksong wasn't
Team
trying
Cherry gave
to
him
be
2 weeks.
malicious. They just kind of went, it's ready. We're going to release it.
Yeah. They gave him 2 weeks. They did
Yeah.
give him a 2-week notice. It wasn't just like, we're dropping it. It's out. You got a 2 weeks notice, man.
And
you got time to figure it out.
I hate that excuse. It's just an excuse for people to be mad at something. It's like, bro, they had to release it. Get over it. I'm sorry, I'm not sympathetic to it, but it's like I don't blame Team Cherry for this either. Right.
The storm was approaching. You're not stopping it, no matter what. No matter when they drop this game, it was going to hurt someone else's profits because this is one of the most anticipated games of all time.
Exactly.
Not most anticipated indie game of all time. Game of all time.
Right.
Like,
And don't
this
take it
was
a
the
slight
most
against
wish
you.
listed thing.
It just don't. Yeah. I don't know. I don't buy into that. I don't buy into that. Like, oh, we're mad at you kind of thing. It's
But that's just something I wanted to point out is like so many of the contenders this year are indie or like AA.
good.
And like, that's just crazy.
Good.
That like, that's where the industry is leaning away from AAA titles into these smaller dev teams of, dedicated AA and indie devs. And I think that's just awesome. We're getting passionate games again.
Yep.
Like, honestly.
And they are shining like a bright star in a sea of mud, dude, because a lot of these AAA titles are just mud. They're just okay. It's like, whatever, and we see it time and time again. And so I love it, dude.
Yeah, I agree. All right. We're going to talk about some new indie titles coming forward right after this break. All right. We are back talking about my favorite thing, which is upcoming indies. And even though it says upcoming indies in the title, some of these are out now because I'm a little slow. So
surprise, everybody. You can play these now.
Some of these might be out now.
That's why we do. Exactly. You thought you weren't going to be able to play this and you had to be excited about this game. And now, guess what? We're going to talk about it.
Well, you know what? Now I have to start with the one that's out now, which is Shape of Dreams.
I played this game.
You did. Tell me what you thought about this. I'd love to know.
Okay, so it's very well done. It's like a MOBA combat, right? So that's the best way I can describe it is MOBA type combat. It is a multiplayer game. It seems well done. I hopped in with PeopleWonder and Nexivus to play the demo on this. PeopleWonder was like, yo, there's this game. Do you want to try it? And I was like, yeah, dude, let's give it a shot. I played, I think 1 or 2 matches with it. It is a very well done game. The combat is great. The abilities fire off quickly. Like it does feel like MOBA combat. It's cooperative. There's boss fights. I'll be honest. It is a very good game. It did not grab me enough.
Doesn't work for you.
I need to play this game. Now that said, I'm not a huge fan of MOBAs in the first place, just for like the whole economy thing and stuff like that. But there was a game called Battle Right that was MOBA combat. It was 3v3 in an arena. Mm-hmm. I freaking loved Battle Right. Shape of Dreams is very well done. This is one where it's like, it's the roguelike game where I'm not sure there's enough permanent or like quick enough progression to keep me like wanting to redo runs, right? And I could be very wrong on this. This is like Abyssus. Like, honestly, like it does remind me with Abyssus where it's like, bro, the first hour that I played this, and I probably only played for about an hour and a half, it just didn't really grab me. But Abyssus didn't really grab me in the first hour and a half either. And then that game blew the doors wide open and became awesome. And maybe Shape of Dreams does that. I just remember feeling like, bro, this is a really good game. I just don't know that I'm impressed enough to like remember it, or like want to pick it up.
I think that's fair.
They have a demo.
I'd say it does have a demo for people who want to try it as you tried it. And it's just like looking at it myself, it's a beautiful game. It looks great. I just don't know what makes it stand out when there's so many of these, 2.5D roguelikes like this with this above camera view and things like that. It looks fun and it has good reviews. Like people are enjoying it. But what is its draw if you don't like that MOBA combat?
And just to be clear, this is not like a Hades-like game. This is straight up like MOBA, cooperative MOBA combat. And it plays
like
very,
Diablo
very
from the
much like that.
screenshots.
You know, again, play the demo on this one. If you like the demo, I think you're going to love the game. And again, credit to the developers. It's a very well done, polished feeling game. I just don't know, either I wasn't really in the mood for it or it just didn't have enough to grab me, at least in like the 90 minutes that I played it. You know, it could be way better, but there is a demo out. That's the key. Try the demo. It's absolutely worth at least trying the demo, in my opinion. Like, this does seem like a well done game. So.
And the full release is out as well. It came out September 10th. So it is fully out now, which is great. Great for them. And they're doing well. So
yeah, that's good.
Moving on. This is the one I want to talk about. Constance. Constance looks incredible to me, dude. And I know, the guy who loves Metroidvanias, who just only plays Metroidvanias and platformers.
I can't imagine that a Metroidvania is going to interest you, Ace. Especially like an artistic stylized one.
An artistically painterly like Metroidvania like this, that is, the dev themselves compares this game to a mix of Hollow Knight and Celeste. And based off the demo I played,
bro,
oh yeah, it's that.
You can't say we're a mix of two of the best games that okay, look, I know it's shock
factor. Celeste meets Hollow Knight.
It's shock factor, right? Like, oh my gosh, Celeste, one of the best, quite possibly the best platformer. And then Hollow Knight, quite possibly the best Metroidvania. And you want to say that your game is a mix of those two? You better knock it out of the park if you were going to make these claims. Now, Ace.
Yeah.
I watched this trailer, and I don't want to burst your bubble, dude. Okay? Because I know you're excited for this one. So I'm not. I think Constance looks fantastic, dude.
Doesn't it, dude?
I told you earlier, I said there's one game on your list that I'm very excited for, and this is it, dude.
I'm so glad it's this one. Dude, I'm so glad it's this one.
I think this game looks amazing, dude. It has the platforming elements of Celeste. It's got an incredible art style. It does not make your eyes bleed like Celeste does. Everybody knows I don't love like 8-bit pixel art. Some pixel art's beautiful. Before I get called a pixel art hater by the internet, I think some pixel art is beautiful. Some pixel art, meaning the hollower Celeste, I'm looking at you two, I think is hot garbage, And so Constance does away with that. Not only does it look like a absolute top tier platformer, but they throw in some Metroidvania elements with a little bit of combat and stuff too. I am in, dude. I don't know where you found this game, but I'm in.
I've been seeing the dev post on X like tons since the release of Silksong, and I was already following this project. I was already following along with it. I wanted to find a good time to talk about it, and I never could find a way to like slot it in. But with them getting closer to the release, which their release date is going to be November 24th, which huge. That's going to be awesome. It looks fantastic. They have a demo you can download now on Steam.
Ooh, I need
to try it.
Demo. Okay.
You do, honestly. It has something I really like. So, you know how we hate walking back from the bench to where we died to get whatever we dropped and stuff?
Yep.
Constance gives you an ultimatum. You can respawn right where you are, but with the loss of 60% of your health till you sit at the next bench.
But you have to fight the monster still with 60%?
Yeah, you still got to fight your way to the bench. But you only got 60% of your max health.
I like this risk reward thing. Like, bro, you don't want to make the run back. It's a long, but we'll respawn. And there's actually a lot of games that do this where it's like, do you want to respawn here and pay? Like Diablo, I think did that. Where it's like, do you want to respawn here and lose a bunch of your credits or all of your credits? Do you want to respawn at the start of the dungeon and it's not quite as punishing? Or do you want to respawn in town and there's no penalty at all other than the time you have to spend running back? I like that system.
I will tell you, based on when I played the Constance demo, and I beat the Constance demo. Oh my gosh, this platforming is hard.
Good.
This is like
Celeste
this is Celeste. This is Celeste level platforming.
Good. That's like it should be. Like, okay, little thing with Silksong, right? Again, we've been teasing a little bit of our playtime and thoughts with it because we did our initial impressions and we are going to do a deep dive, right?
We are going to do a full deep dive, so don't worry.
And I will say, just as a teaser, that some of my thoughts of Silksong have changed. So I'll leave you to wonder what that is. All right. But I wish there were better platforming elements in Silksong. You know what I mean? Like legitimately. And I get that it's not a platformer. So it's like, hey, that's a little unfair, but there are some elements to that. But bro, Celeste as a platformer is second to none, dude. And part of that is that it's difficult, and it's like, I love this, man. And if you're telling me that this is like, this is just this is a bonus to me where it's like, hey, this is not going to be easy. There are challenging platforming elements, and you can see that in the trailer, which is why I got so excited, Ace.
Yeah, no, this is not going to be an easy Metroidvania. Like, just because it looks pretty, it doesn't mean it's going to be easy. But I will say the dash has iframes, which
yes, thank you.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, Dude, again, I'd never heard of this game before until I watched the trailer on Steam, and I'm watching this trailer, and everything I'm seeing, my brain is just going like, dude, this game looks great. It looks like Celeste in all the right ways, even more so because it's not ugly, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then they're throwing in some combat, and I think if I remember right, I even saw a boss fight happening.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like,
there's boss fights.
Bro.
This is still a Metroidvania.
That's what I mean, is it's like, this is like, okay, man. I got to try this demo because this is, I am very, very curious about this one. And my initial impression on this was, I think this looks fantastic.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people are playing, you know, Silksong right now, and they're a little burnt out on Metroidvanias, but this is going to give you a month of reprieve from Metroidvanias.
Do they have a
and then
release
you can
date?
hop back into one.
Is there a release date for
November
Constance?
November 25th, 4th,
There's
I believe.
not much
November
coming
24th.
out in November, so that's perfect.
Yeah, it's got a perfect little spot right there. As long as nothing, you know, huge shadow drops on top of it, it'll be okay. Moving on to Pekku.
Would you call me?
I love this.
Bro, what I do
All
to
right,
you, Ace?
Pekku. Yeah, Pekku as well.
Pekku too, man.
This is one I'm worried about getting sued by Nintendo. Pekku, do you remember the bird in Mario Odyssey that you could throw the cap onto?
Oh, I do remember this.
To climb the wall?
Oh, they're getting sued. Nintendo don't play around.
They're getting sued.
Oh, yeah.
Pekku takes that mechanic of the bird that stabs his beak into the walls and flings itself upward, and it turns it into a 3D platformer. And it looks adorable. I love it. I'm just worried about it.
You know, my initial response on this, Ace, was like, I felt like I was watching this trailer in like half speed because it's
you don't want to Pekku with me.
It's so slow paced where it's like,
I
literally feel like it's running in like half speed. Maybe this is because I watched it literally right after the Constance trailer, which is like very quick.
Yeah.
But Pekku, it's like, poke your beak into this, charge down, release, jump up, slowly peck your beak into another dirt pile, charge down, release. I'm like, in my brain, I'm screaming like, go faster, and it seems so slow, but it does seem cute. I'll give this game that. It cute.
Looks adorable.
It really does look adorable. I will probably never play this because I just instantly got aggravated at the speed of play on this one. But
so you know how Steam says like games relevant to you underneath games?
Yep.
So
Flappy Bird? Did it give you Flappy Bird? Because it's got a weird similarity to like Flappy Bird in a way too.
Dead by Daylight.
Okay, Ace, this is Steam understanding you as a customer. They are going to tell you that everything is Dead by Daylight because they know how much you play Dead by Daylight. So all Steam's doing, they're like, bro, it's like Dead by Daylight. Don't you want to buy this?
Nothing to do with Dead by Daylight.
No, remember, Steam gets 30% of anything you buy, Ace. So they have incentive to tell you everything is Dead by Daylight like.
Oh my gosh. I just looked down.
Okay, that's the funniest analogy ever because these could not be more far apart.
No. Pekku is like the happiest little sunshine looking game ever. And I will say it's multiplayer, so you can play Pekku with friends. I think it'll be, you know, for people more tolerant will enjoy it.
All right, Ace, I know we're running low on time. We got to talk about Eclipsium. We can talk about Trolley Solution. We can talk this. I don't even know what the heck Trolley Solution is. I kind of like the idea.
It's just the trolley problem as a game.
As a game, you know, they say there's a bunch of mini games. I don't know what this is. It's black and white. It's a neat, like, okay, but so there's a game coming out called Trolley Solution. It's like, is it experiment? Yeah, I guess. Like, I like games that make you think kind of outside the box, like puzzly type game, but I don't know. But Eclipsium, bro, this game looks weird. And what does this mean? You even wrote WTF Part 2 Electric Boogaloo? What am I forgetting about Electric Boogaloo?
Because I don't know how in the world we are to describe Eclipsium aside from it is
an acid
eldritch
trip, scary fever
psychological horror.
Psychological, but like weird pixel art at the
Yeah, it's got realistic pixel art.
Here's my impression of Eclipsium. It's just your hand.
No. It's like
your
like
hand
this.
is on the
claw
screen
hand.
all the time.
Hand.
It needs to be coming out of the camera, I guess. Here you go. This is much more for, by the way, we're video for everybody that's listening on audio going like, what the heck are these guys doing right now? Basically just put your hand in front of you, only one hand, and never move it ever.
Yeah,
no hand bob, no head bob, no nothing. There's just a static hand on the screen. I did notice at one point the fingers were like slightly more open, so I guess it changes at some point.
It's got a demo.
I don't know what this game is, but I'm oddly curious at the same time.
It's morbid curiosity.
Dude rips his own heart out at one point.
Yeah.
I feel like this is like a weird atmospheric exploration puzzler. If I had to take a guess, I don't even know how they describe this because I didn't even read the description. I just watched the trailer and I was like, what is this?
Let me just read the flavor text here at the top since we're running out of time. Longing for light, a sunless world begins devouring itself. Every step shifts the landscape beneath you as you search for what remains of her.
Well, I know one thing that doesn't remain is your heart, because your guy walks into a room that has an altar in the middle of it and bro rips his own heart out to like put it in the altar. And then there's this creepy looking lady that is literally the cover art for the game. And you wind up walking into her eyeball.
Dude, that was trippy. That was trippy.
You're saying there's a demo for this game?
There is a demo.
I might need to try this one too, because I number one, my brain is just like, what is this? I need to understand what this game is. But there's oddly something about it that kind of makes me curious at the same time.
It's that morbid curiosity, dude. It is so strong with this one because it's like you see things like this and you're like, it's not right. But why? Why is it not right?
It's like you're climbing down a ladder and this lady's creepy one eyeball is following you. Like, again, the hand's on the screen. You're wandering around. It looks like puzzles and stuff too. Like, I don't know. It's coming out this week. So
it comes out September 19th.
Right.
So if you want a creepy game to play just before the holidays,
I almost
go for
get
it.
like Myst vibes in a way, because it's like I feel like there's puzzles.
Myst, yeah.
Do you know what? But I don't know if that's accurate at all, man. But I don't know. This game's got me curious, dude.
Yeah. But that is all the time we have for indies this time. We love to yap about indies, but there are some great ones coming. If you didn't know, there are some fantastic games coming. And some that are already out. Because
I'm very curious about a few of these games already, to be honest. So you're doing your job.
This is already a massive improvement over last time.
Yeah, that's true.
But if you enjoyed today's episode, do not forget to rate and review the show. 5 stars really helps us out a ton. Leaving us comments really helps us out a ton. Gets us in the eyes of new gamers and gamers just like you who want a great show to listen to that's all about the gaming, no drama. And if you want to go that extra mile, you could support us on Patreon to get extra perks like a pre-show, post-show, as well as perks in our Discord, such as image permissions, which people don't know about. But yeah, you want to post your pictures outside the highlights channel? I think that's... Oh, and you can find these links, by the way, to these things in our episode descriptions, if you were curious. You don't have to search hard. They're right down there. You can go find them. But thanks so much for coming and hanging out with us. And until next time, happy gaming.
All right. See you, everybody.